right, baseball fans, we are just about set for the first pitch with Hanska and Foley.
What's special about high school sports? The passion. The excitement. The memories.
Down on three at the buzzer. Good! It's good! Du Bois wins it for the Rebels.
It's about impacting your community. Connecting your business to this audience. This is where your customers live, where they shop. This is their circle of life. This is where your business should be. Connect with your best potential customers. This is your invitation. Get in the game.
He was a mentor for many players and coaches. He came to Springfield in 1953 to be a catcher and was promised a job at the Minnesota Valley Gas Company. He became the player manager for Springfield in 1954 and continued doing so into the 1980s when he retired. He volunteered to be a groundskeeper at the ball field, which became his second home. He was at the field every day during the season, making sure the field was always in great shape and attended most of Springfield's ball games. In 1981, he was inducted into the Minnesota Amateur Baseball Hall of Fame. In 2005, he was named Mr. Baseball of Springfield and was honored with a ball field in his name. That field is just beyond right field, right down there is Norm Wilson Field. He was always involved in baseball, helping at all levels, and also served as a regional commissioner. Norm Wilson loved the game of baseball, and this is from his family. We would like to thank the Springfield Baseball Association for honoring our dad, Norm Wilson, at the 2020 State Amateur Baseball Tournament tonight. We want to compliment all the people who have done an outstanding job with all the new makeovers at the ballpark. It's clear that a lot of hard work was done. The field is in excellent condition. A lot of credit goes to George Tower and Brandon Wilhelmy, I understand, for all their hours at the ballpark. Very impressed. It's your pitch. Whip it in there, Mark. Awesome. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the wait is over. At long last, here we go, 2020 Minnesota Amateur Baseball State Tournament. Here we come. Let's play ball.
All right, let's play ball indeed. Welcome, everyone, to Springfield, Minnesota and the Class C Town Ball Tournament here on PrepSpotlight.tv. I'm Ryan Phelps, getting you set for Game 1 of this tournament with the Hanska Lakers and the Foley Lumberjacks. Foley is the home team. They're in the field in their blue uniforms with white pants trimmed in light blue. The Hanska Lakers in their black jerseys with white pants. They will be batting first. Starting lineup for Hanska, batting first, the shortstop, Kevin Larson. Batting second, center fielder Eric Portner. The three-hitter, current Golden Gopher Gabe Knowles, the right fielder. The designated hitter is Zach Fisher. Third baseman Chris Knowles. Brady Moscendon, the pitcher, will bat sixth, followed by Kyle Fisher, Lucas Fradine, and Derek Wilford.
The shortstop, number 8, Kevin Larson.
So Kevin Larson takes the plate. He will face Alec Deedle, a 2020 grad of Foley. First pitch is at 7:29, and it's in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. That pitch is low. Game time temp 82 degrees. It's dropped 10 degrees in the hour and a half since we got here. It was 92 at 6 o'clock. 2-1 the count. As Deedle, that one's driven to the first baseman, caught by Keeler. He'll hand it over to the pitcher, and it's in time as Deedle steps on first base for the 3-1 putout.
Batting second.
So Larson's down.
The center fielder, Eric Portner.
Portner coming to the plate now. Deedle, the left-handed pitcher for the Lumberjacks, kicks and fires. That pitch right down the middle for a strike. An 0-2 count now with one away here in the top half of our first inning. Live from Springfield, Minnesota. Deedle winds and fires. That one's fouled back. Chris Koob, the manager of the Hanska Lakers. Started in 2004. Still on the roster. Said he doesn't play much this year. He just was a pinch runner one time. Mike Byer, the manager for the Foley Lumberjacks, says he still does pitch for the team. This one's fouled down the third base line. Byer, a 1989 grad of Foley High School, started with the Lumberjacks in 1987. That one's fouled off again into the shoes of Portner. This one's fouled back as well, just over the fence. Off a spectator's hand. As Deedle winds and fires this one, just foul. Down the right field line. So the count remains 1-2 with one away here. Top one. Very intimate setting here in a beautiful ballpark in Springfield. Over the left field fence, which is listed at 342, you see the grandstand for the Springfield Tigers high school football team. This one driven to center field. Tracking is Zawicki. In from center field to make the catch for out number 2. That'll bring Gabe Knowles, the current Golden Gopher right fielder here for Hanska.
Batting third, the right fielder, number 10, Gabe Knowles.
Center field is at 452. You can see the sign just over Zawicki's head there for a moment. Right field post is at 318. As Deedle winds and fires. This one driven down the right field line and just foul. Looking at the Foley infield, Biskin's at third, Byer at short, Logering at second, Keeler at first. Von Wald catches ball one. It's 1-1. Across the outfield, left to right, Keeler, Zawicki, Winkelmann. This one fouled off. So 1-2 the count. From Deedle to Knowles. Deedle winds and fires. This one hit off the plate, caught by the pitcher. Deedle over to Keeler for out number 3, and the Lakers are down in order. Zeros across the board as we head to the bottom half of the first inning. Foley Lumberjacks coming up to bat.
Leading off the bottom of the first for Foley, the right fielder, number 11, Noah Winkelmann.
And welcome back to Springfield. Getting set for the bottom half of our first inning, just underway here in the Class C state tournament. Noah Winkelmann will lead things off for the Foley Lumberjacks. Brady Moscendon on the hill for Hanska. Pitches ball one. This one driven to left. Wilford back, running to the fence. It's over his head, off the wall. Rounding second is Winkelmann. No, he'll hold up there with a leadoff double for the Foley Lumberjacks. And now Drew Byer comes to the plate. He's the shortstop.
Batting second.
He'll be followed by
4,
Mitch Keeler, Tyler Midas, Ian Von Wald, Mitch Logering, Brandon Biskins, Sam Keeler, and Joe Zawicki. That is the lineup for Foley. Runner on second. Moscendon delivers. Showing bunt was Byer, but he pulls it back. Knowles, Larson, Fisher, Thordson across the infield for Hanska. Wilford, Portner, and Knowles in the outfield. That pitch is high. Moscendon pitching, Fredine catching. Two-0 count. And it's now 3-0. Nobody out here, bottom one. Runner on second. And a 4-pitch walk to Byer.
Batting third, first baseman, number 24, Mitch Keeler.
So Keeler comes to the plate now. Nobody out and runners on first and second. As Moscendon chats with Larson, the shortstop. Moscendon fires. That one off the inside corner for a ball. This one hit up the middle. Larson is there, steps on second, throws to first, and he gets two. A big double play for Hanska. Winkelmann does advance to third on the fielder's choice.
Batting fourth, number 5, the designated hitter, Tyler Midas.
Midas batting for the pitcher, Alec Deedle, as Moscendon winds and fires. Breaking ball misses inside. This one popped high into the air. Knowles, the third baseman, is back. Left fielder Wilford is in, and he makes the catch for out number 3. The first ball hit in this game went over his head off the wall, but they keep that run off the board. Winkelmann stranded at third, and we head to the second inning. Still scoreless here in Springfield. This is state town ball action on PrepSpotlight.tv.
After one inning, we have they've got all kinds of stuff to take care of you over there. Don't forget to check out the merchandise. When you came in there, you can sneak back down and get your 2020 state tournament merchandise. And
back here in Springfield, state tournament action here on PrepSpotlight.tv. game number 1 between Foley and Hanska. The winner of this game will play on Sunday, next Sunday that is, August 30th at 2 o'clock in Milroy. They'll face New Prague, who had a first-round bye. New Prague will be the home team in that game.
Lakers, the designated hitter, number 99, Zach Fisher.
So Zach Fisher, the DH, comes to the plate. He's batting for Thordson, the first baseman. As Dietl winds and fires, strike 1. This one chipped over to short. Byer is there, strong throw across the infield for out number 1. This will bring up Chris Knowles, who is a 2020 grad from New Ulm High School.
The third baseman, Chris Knowles.
He'll be heading to Gustavus this year. At some point, we hope soon. He takes the first pitch for a strike. That one skips off the dirt in front of the plate. So 1-1 the count, 1 away here, top 2. This one fouled off into the parking lot over the Foley dugout. That pitch outside for ball 2. It's 2-2 now. Hanska, Minnesota, located just south of New Ulm, about 30 miles east of where we're at here in Springfield. As Dietl winds and fires. That pitch in there for strike 3. And Knowles is down.
Brings up the pitcher, number 32, Brady Moscendo.
So Moscendon now at the plate. Lefty batter versus lefty pitcher Dietl. With 2 outs. That pitch tight. Moscendon waved at it. The pitch is outside. 2-0 the count. This one fouled straight back into the netting. Dietl digs in, kicks and fires. That pitch catches the outside corner for a strike. 2-2. That pitch in the dirt. Nicely blocked down by Von Wald. This one driven over the shortstop's head, and Hanska has their first hit of the game as Moscendon reaches on the payoff pitch on a nice little single to shallow left field.
Up the second baseman, number 2, Kyle Fisher.
Kyle Fisher now comes to the plate with 2 outs, and Moscendon on first. Dietl from the stretch delivers ball 1. Clouds coming in here in Springfield. Swing and a miss. 1-1 the count. Not much of a breeze. There's flags all around the grandstand here, small flags, and they're hanging down. The flag out in right center field is blowing just a little bit out of the south. We're facing northeast. The 1-2 pitch. Hit to the second baseman. Fielded by Logering. He tosses over to Keeler gently for out number 3. Hanska gets their first hit, but they leave one on as we head to the bottom half of the second inning. Still scoreless with Hanska and Foley here on PrepSpotlight.tv.
Left on base. After 1 and 1.
Welcome back to Springfield, Minnesota. Ryan Phelps here on PrepSpotlight.tv. Pleased to have you with us on a beautiful, steamy night here in southern Minnesota. Dave Whitman is our photographer. Andy Price, our producer. He is over in Milroy right now, calling a game between Hadley and Randall. You can check that out here on PrepSpotlight.tv as well.
The catcher, number 10, Ian Von Wald.
So Von Wald comes to the plate now for Foley. Winkelmann led off with a double back in the first inning. He was stranded on third. This one popped up behind home plate and out of play, right into the beer bin. Beautiful catch. What a play by a veteran here in Springfield. Moscendon delivers low and away for ball one. 1-1 the count. Nobody out here. Bottom two. Breaking ball catches the outside corner. Von Wald stares at a 1-2 pitch. Fourth coming. This one driven to left field. Wilford, no, back to get it is Larson, the shortstop. And he sticks his arm up for out number one.
Hey, Jenna, how are you? Jenna, how are you?
Brings up the second baseman, number 23, Mitch Logren.
Logren comes to the plate with one away here in bottom half of the second inning. As Moscendon checks the signal and begins his windup. This one driven to center field. Portner tracking back to his right, and he makes the catch for out number two. So Brandon Biskins,
Third baseman, number 19, Brandon Biskin.
third baseman from Becker, Minnesota. Logering is from Big Lake. Biskins from Becker. The rest of the lineup, all Foley High School graduates. For Hanska, according to Chris Koob, the manager, they're all New Ulm kids. New Ulm Public or New Ulm Cathedral. That one, I thought it might have caught the elbow of Logering, of Biskins rather. Moscendon winds and fires. That pitch catches the outside corner for a strike. 3-1. This one hit in foul territory. Thorson over to get it, and he makes it over the shoulder catch. A basket catch by Thorson as he puts it away for out number three. So the Lumberjacks go down in order here in the second inning. We head to the third, scoreless, with the Lakers and the Jacks.
Runner janky. Here's one hit in the air to left. Carrying deep, away back. Miller to the fence. It's gone! A two-run bomb wins it. Ethan Rowe, a two-run shot. And the St. Anthony Hogs defeat the Minneapolis Angels 7-5 in walk-off fashion. His second home run of the night. A 2-run shot to left.
That was action from last week in the Class A first round down in the Twin Cities. Now you're looking at live action here from Springfield, Minnesota. Class C tournament. Ryan Phelps on the call. Pleased to have you with us here on PrepSpotlight.tv.
For Hanska, the catcher, number 37, Lucas Ferdine.
Ferdine now to the plate in a scoreless ball game as we head to the third inning. We'll switch our scoreboard. There we go. As Dietl fires strike one. Alec Dietl, a 2020 grad. This one hit just by Dietl, scooped up by the shortstop Beyer. The throw in to first is in time for out number one.
Now batting, number 3, the left fielder, Derek Wilford.
Wilford at the plate. With one out here, top 3. That one catches the outside corner for a strike. This one driven to center. Zawicki coming in, and it's going to land in front of him. Wilford, the number 9 hitter, reaches with a one-out single.
Back to the top of the order, number 8, the shortstop, Kevin Larson.
Larson grounded out in a 3-1 putout from Keeler to Dietl to start off the game. That's the second hit of the ball game for the Hanska Lakers. Third base coach and manager Chris Koog giving the signal to Larson. Breaking ball driven to center. This one's going to land. Back-to-back hits with one away here for Hanska. And now Portner comes to the plate. He flew out to center back in the first inning.
Brings up the center fielder, number 24, Eric Portner.
So Wilford at second, Larson on first, Portner, the left-handed batter, at the plate. This one driven to left and it'll land. And they're going to send the runner home. And nope, he's going to hold up there. There would have been a beautiful play on him. A nice throw by Keeler. Knocked down by Von Wald. And so now the base is loaded with one out for Knowles. The Golden Gopher.
The right fielder, number 10, Gabe Knowles.
Gabe Knowles now at the U of M. Did not get a chance to play last spring due to COVID-19. But he has a chance to put his team in the lead with the first RBI of the game here with the bases loaded and one away. Dietl winds and fires. This one driven right up the middle. It's past the second baseman Lodering. One run will score. They're going to send home another. And there's a play at the plate. He slides in safely in time. Wilford and Larson both score. An RBI single for Knowles, and Hanska leads 2-0.
Two-run single by Knowles brings up the designated hitter, number 99, Zach Fisher.
So Zach Fisher, now the DH, comes to the plate. Runners on first and second, just one out here in the top of the third. That one misses the corner for a ball. Fisher grounded out to short to start the second inning. This one hit to first. It takes a hop off the shoulder of Keeler. They're going to send home Portner, and he touches home plate. Runner goes to third. That's Knowles, and it's now 3-0 Hanska. That's the 5th hit of the ball game for the Lakers. No error on the play as it bounced and hit off the shoulder of Keeler.
Third baseman, number 7, Chris Knowles.
So Chris Knowles now, who struck out back in the second inning, comes to the plate with runners on the corners and just one away. 3-0 Hanska leads. That pitch near the helmet of Knowles. Fisher at first, Knowles at third. That's Gabe Knowles with Chris Knowles at the plate. This one driven to left. Keeler back, and it's over the fence and gone. A home run. Chris Knowles puts 3 more runs on the board, and Hanska leads 6-0. A 3-run homer for Knowles, and it's a 6-0 ball game.
Brady Moscendon.
All with 1 out here in this third inning. Fredine hit into a 6-3 putout to start the inning. And we had single, home run. 2 RBIs for Gabe Knowles, 3 on the 3-run homer for Chris. 2-0 count. And I want to say most of those hits were on first or second pitches. 2-2 now the count. That one called strike 2. This one driven to right. Winkelmann over to get it, and he reaches out for out number 2. That was the pitcher, Moscendon. This will be Fisher,
Now batting,
the second baseman.
number 2, the second baseman, Kyle Fisher.
So Moscendon, who got the only hit in the second inning for Hanska, flies out to right for out number 2 here. This one driven to left. Keeler is under it. And the Lumberjacks finally get out of this third inning. Knowles with 2 RBIs. That was Gabe. And then Chris with the 3-run homer makes it 6-0 Hanska. A huge top of the third for the visiting Lakers. We'll see what Foley can do. They're up next here on PrepSpotlight.tv.
6 runs on 6 hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Going to the bottom of the third.
What's special about high school sports? The passion, the excitement, the memories.
Down on 3 at the buzzer. Good! It's good! Du Bois wins it for the Rebels.
It's about impacting your community, connecting your business to this audience. This is where your customers live, where they shop. This is their circle of life. This is where your business should be. Connect with your best potential customers. This is your invitation. Get in the game.
Number 2, the left fielder, Sam Keeler.
Welcome back to Springfield, Minnesota. Ryan Phelps here on PrepSpotlight.tv. Hanska puts up 6 in the third. Foley comes to the plate here with Keeler leading things off. Moscendon picks and fires for strike 2. That one fouled. Sam Keeler, the left fielder. This one bounced to the pitcher Moscendon. He runs over, underhand toss to Thorson for out number 1.
Center fielder.
Bring up Joe
number
Zawicki.
12, Joe Zawicki.
With 1 out here, bottom 3. This one popped high into the air. Wilford will watch this go out of play into the bullpen area. Just a long strike, 1-1 the count. Moscendon winds and fires, fouled straight back. One and 2 the count. 1 out here, bottom 3. Off speed pitch, high. This one hit to the shortstop. Scooped up by Larson. The throw to first, off the glove. Thorson unable to make the catch. They're going to attempt to get it out on Zawicki, who they thought may have rounded first. The umpire calls him safe. And 1 error on the board, no hit that time.
Back to the top of the order for the right fielder, number 11, Noah Winkelmann.
So E3, I believe, will be the score. Back to the top of the order now for Winkelmann, who led off the game with a double back in the first inning. He comes to the plate with 1 out. This one fouled straight back. Grab a new ball. Umpire will check that one out. Wind coming in gusts a little bit from kind of behind home plate, maybe over off to the first base dugout, occupied by Foley. Throw to first. Moscendon winds and fires this one, driven to right. Knowles is back and he'll look up as it hits off the scoreboard. A home run for Winkelmann. 2 on the board for Foley as they cut into the lead here in the 3rd.
Two-run homer by Winkelmann brings up the shortstop, number 4, Drew Byer.
Winkelmann 2 for 2 now. That long hit to left to start the game. This one over the right field fence. That's the second hit of the game for Foley as well, as Zawicki reached on an error. That pitch catches the outside corner for a strike. Fouled straight back. Could have caught that. We saw the beer man catch one today already. Outside. 2-2. To Byer. This one flared near foul territory. It will land fair, however. Picked up by Larson. Byer, as it gets away from the second baseman, Fisher, Byer will trot over to second. So a single turned into a two-bagger, and that'll bring up Keeler, the first baseman.
Brings up the first baseman, number 24, Mitch Keeler.
Keeler hit into a double play back in the first inning. Now he's got a runner on second with just one out here in the third. His team trailing by 4, but threatening. Driven. This one is going to go right to the glove of Wilford, and he'll squeeze it for out number 2.
Number 5, the designated hitter.
So Tyler Midas,
Midas,
the DH, led off the second inning. The pop up to short. Comes to the plate now with 2 outs and a runner on second in Byer. Takes first pitch, strike. Moscendon delivers. This one hit up the middle into the glove of Larson. He'll throw to first, and it's put away for out number 3. Foley puts 2 on the board here in the third. It's now 6-2. Hanska with the lead, and they're coming to the plate in the top of the 4th right after this. For Foley in that third inning, 2 runs on 2 hits, 2 errors charged to the Lakers, and 1 left on base. Welcome back, everyone, to Springfield. Ryan Phelps here on PrepSpotlight.tv. Hanska with 5 hits in the third inning, led to 6 runs, including a 3-run homer
for Foley,
for Chris Knowles.
Luxembourg, number 12, J.T. Heron.
J.T. Heron, a draftee from Luxembourg, now on the mound. As we get a closer look at him from Dave Whitman, our photographer. So he'll replace Alec Deedle, the 2020 Foley grad.
For Hanska, the catcher, number 37, Lucas Verdeen.
And they have corrected now the scoreboard here. They had 6 hits in the inning back in the third for Hanska. They now have it at, they had it at 5 hits. Now it's at 6, 7 for the game. Verdeen, the catcher, swings at strike 2. Hit pitch high. Strike 3. You know, the pitch is down and thrown to first for the putout. Out number 1. Second strikeout for Hanska. First for Heron. That'll bring Wilford.
Number 3, Derek Wilford.
Fouled back. Oh, 1 pitch now from Heron. Swing and a miss by Wilford. Wilford reached on a single back in the 3rd inning and scored a run. He looks at ball 1 here. 1-2 the count with 1 out. Top 4. This one heading towards foul territory and right, and it lands in front of Winkelmann. Pitch outside for a ball, 2-2. Heron winds and fires, ball 3. 3-2 the count. Foul back. Payoff pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 strikeouts for Heron to start his outing here in the 4th as we head to the top of the order.
Shortstop, number 8, Kevin Larson.
Kevin Larson reached on a line drive to center, single back in the 3rd and scored a run. Hit to the 3rd baseman into the glove, and he puts it away for out number 3. That's Biskins. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. It's 6-2. Hanska leading Foley.
Top of the 4th, no runs on, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. After 3.5, Hanska leads by 4. At our other site over in Milroy, Hadley's taking on Randall tonight, and that game. Leading off the bottom of the 4th for Foley, the catcher, number 10, Ian Vonwald. Second baseman, number 23, Mitch Logreen. Brings up number 19, the third baseman, Brandon Biskins. Three up and three down for Foley in the bottom of the fourth. 4 complete. Hanska 6, Foley 2. Hey fans, thank you so much for your help with picking up garbage after you're finished. We've got conveniently located receptacles around the ballpark. Also, thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Back here in Springfield. Thanks for joining us here, Ryan Phelps. I apologize, I had to step away for just a second. In that inning, they give us such short breaks here and to do a little bookkeeping and chatting with the scorekeeper. But the PA announcer does a nice job of keeping you abreast of the situation.
The left fielder, center fielder, number 24, Eric Portner.
But to get you caught up, 3 flyouts, Von Wald, Logering, and Biskins in that fourth inning.
Milroy. In the top of the fourth, Hadley leads 3-0.
Hadley leading over in Milroy, 3-0 over Randall. As Heron is back on the mound, 2 strikeouts back in that in his first inning, back in the fourth. This is Portner, the center fielder. Takes 2 straight pitches, 2 straight strikes. Heron kicks and fires, swing and a miss, strike 3, it's in the dirt. So they'll fake the tag as Portner's heading back to the dugout anyways. That's the 3rd strikeout
number 10,
in 4 batters.
Fielder, Gabe Knowles.
For draftee from Luxembourg, JT Heron. This is Gabe Knowles. Had a 2 RBI single on a grounder up the middle back in the 3rd inning. Takes that pitch tight. For ball 1, 1-0 the count, 1 out here. Top 5 in Springfield. Class C state tournament baseball on PrepSpotlight.tv. That pitch right off the shoulders. Knowles didn't even attempt to get out of the way of that one. That'll bring Fisher to the plate.
By pitch brings up the designated hitter, number 99, Zach Fisher.
So Knowles on first. This one hit right up the middle through Heron and past the second baseman Logering. And Fisher reaches safely on a single up the middle. So now once again, 2 runners on with 1 away.
They sit up the middle for Fisher, brings up the third baseman, number 7, Chris Knowles.
Chris Knowles struck out in the 2nd inning. He hit a 3-run homer in the 3rd. Now he's got 2 runners on once again. Takes first pitch, strike. JT Heron on the mound. 3 strikeouts, 1 hit batter. And now has given up 1 single. He is ahead of Chris Knowles, 0-2. 1 out here in the top of the 5th. This one hit down the third baseline. Fair. Past Biskins. Knowles will round third and head home as he touches home plate for the 7th run of the game. And another RBI for Chris Knowles on the single. Fisher held at second.
Brings up the pitcher, number 32, Brady Moscendon.
Moscendon now comes to the plate. He had the first hit of the game for Hanska and was the first out, was the second out back in the 3rd inning as he flew out to right. I believe that was just in foul territory. He's behind in the count now, 0-1 to the lefty pitcher, JT Heron. This one up the middle, sounds like a broken bat. Over to 2 for 1-1, and they got him! The double play from Byard Lodering to Keeler. And Foley gets out of the jam. They give up 1 run, however. It's now 7-2, Hanska with the lead. We update our scoreboard. We head to the bottom of the 5th, and Foley is coming to bat here on PrepSpotlight.tv.
Runner Janke. Here's one hit in the air to left. Carrying deep, away back. Miller to the fence. It's gone! A 2-run bomb wins it. Ethan Rowe, a 2-run shot. And the St. Anthony Hogs defeat the Minneapolis Angels 7-5 in walk-off fashion. His 2nd home run of the night. A 2-run shot to left.
Now pitching for Hanska, draftee from Springfield, number 5, Brandon Wilhelmy. Leading off for Foley, the left fielder, number 2, Sam Keeler.
So Keeler comes to the plate for Foley, trailing by 5 at 7-2. First pitch hit over the shortstop. Jumping up for it was Larson, but couldn't grab onto it. And Keeler is aboard with a leadoff single. And it looks like we'll have a pinch runner as well.
Pinch runner at first base, number 15, Kyle Kipka.
So Kyle Kipka, the pinch runner.
Now batting the center fielder, number 12, Joe Zwicky.
So Zwicky comes to the plate, reached on an error, and scored the Lumberjacks' first run back in the third inning. The pitch misses wide. Nobody out here. Runner on first is Kipka. This one driven hard, foul down the third baseline. Kipka trots back to first. 1-1 the count. Nobody out here. Bottom 5. Foley at the plate, trailing by 5. The new pitcher is Brandon Wilhelmy, a draftee from Springfield. Swing and a miss, straight 2. 1-2 is the count. A pitch outside for a ball, 2-2. Driven to the third baseman, diving but missing was Knowles. And now back-to-back singles to start the 5th inning for Foley.
Back to the top of the order, number 11, the right fielder, Noah Winkelmann.
So Winkelmann comes to the plate. He's 2 for 2. The double and a home run, a 2-run homer. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Wilhelmy. Outside. 1-1, nobody out. Runners on first and second on singles by Keeler and Zwicky. Kipka in as a pinch runner for Keeler. Strike 2. Timeout called. No, he wanted to, but he didn't get it. This one hit to the gap in left center. It will land safely. The runners all advance one base as Kipka was hung up a little bit to see where the ball was going. 3 straight singles for Foley. Nobody out as Byer comes to the plate.
Brings up the shortstop, number 4, Drew Byer.
Reached on a walk in the first. He singled to left back in the third inning. Now he's got the bases loaded with nobody out. Popped up, foul territory and out of play. Lands safely on the concrete amidst the spectators, but everyone's safe. So 0-1 the count. Nobody out, bases loaded. Bottom 5.
The open line.
0-2 the count to Byer. This one driven to right. Knowles tracking. The runner from third will tag. He'll test the Gophers' arm. No, it'll be thrown into the cutoff man. Kipka touches home to put another run on the board for Foley. It's now 7-3 as Winkelmann advances to third.
Sack fly by Byer brings up the first baseman, number 24, Mitch Keeler.
Mitch Keeler now comes to the plate with runners on first and third. So Zawicki at third, Winkelmann at first. Keeler, who's 0 for 2 at the plate. Swing and a miss. Wilhelmy winds and fires into the glove and over to first for the double play. That's the second double play Keeler has hit into today. A sharply hit ball, but it goes from Fisher over to Thorson for outs 2 and 3.
Keeler lines into a double
Foley
play
puts one on the board. It's now 7-3 as we head to the sixth here on PrepSpotlight.tv.
Working hard to keep people safe, keep our ballparks open so that we can all continue playing, watching, and enjoying baseball. We thank you for your help and support.
She said it's okay. She said it's okay. I got permission and everything.
Leading off the top of the sixth for the Lakers, number 2, the second baseman, Kyle Fisher.
Fisher to the plate here as we head to the top of the sixth. Heron still on the mound. Some bullpen action going on down the left field line for Hanska. Strike one. For Fisher with Heron dealing. That one inside. Check swing, did he go? No, he did not. This one driven to the gap in right center field. It's going to land safely. Hustling over is Zawicki to keep it a single. And now Fredine comes to the plate.
The catcher, Number 37, Lucas Ferdine.
Ferdine 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout. Showing bunt, snap, throw to first. Not in time. And dropped. Got ourselves a vocal beer slinger here at the park. Looks like he works for the Mankato Moondogs. Northwood, I believe they're a Northwoods League team. Two and 0 the count. Ferdine showing bunt, lays it down, but Biskins is in. He'll throw to first for 1. The sacrifice advances Fisher over to second. And Wilford, the left fielder, comes to the plate in the 9 spot.
Left fielder, number 3, Derek Wilford.
He scored the game's first run back in the 3rd. After a single on a drive to center field. This one fouled back. Photographer Dave Whitman points out how shallow the center fielder is playing. I believe that's where Wilford hit back in the 3rd inning. One and 1 the count here with 1 away. Top 6 here in Springfield with Hanska leading Foley. Fouled back again. Heron from the stretch, grounded foul. Fielded by Coop, the manager for Hanska. Breaking ball outside. Pitch catches the inside corner, and Wilford goes down looking. Does not like the call, but it is out number 2, and we're back to the top of the order for Larson.
Shortstop, number 8, Kevin Larson.
Larson's 1 for 3 with a run scored on a single back in the 3rd. So 2 outs and a runner on second. That pitch high and inside. One and 0 the count. This one driven to left. Keeler over, and he makes the catch for out number 3. So the Lakers get 1 hit, but they lead them on.
No runs on 1 hit.
We head to the bottom of the 6th. It's 7-2. Hanska leading Foley.
We're heading to the bottom of the 6th. Hanska leads. Leading off the bottom of the 6th for the Lumberjacks, number 5, the designated hitter, Tyler Midas.
Back here in Springfield, Midas to the plate for Foley. Wilhelmy pitching for Hanska. He's from Springfield, hence the different uniform. And he throws a first pitch strike. One and one the count. Outside 2-1. Driven to left. Back and over the head of Wilford. Midas heads to second with a leadoff double.
Leadoff double by Midas brings up the catcher, number 10, Ian Vonwald.
Two and one now the count. Von Wald pops one up. It's well out of play. Two and two is the count now. From Wilhelmy to Von Wald. And the crowd thought it was a strike just off the inside corner. This one popped up to shallow left field. The shortstop called off by Wilford, and he puts it away for the first out. So Logering coming to the plate now with a runner on second and
Brings
one
up
away.
the second baseman, number 23, Mitch Logering.
Driven to right, this one will land fair and score a run. Logering rounding first and heading to second with an RBI double.
Brings up the third baseman, number 19, Brandon Biskin.
So Midas scores to make it 7-4. Biskin's now at the plate with a runner on second, just one out. Foul. Runner showing bunt. It was fouled off the catcher, Fredine. Now timeout called. So the catcher for Dean looks like he's all right. Biskin's back in the batter's box. Wilhelmy on the mound with an 0-2 count, but timeout called. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Outside, a little bit high as well. One and two, and a strike. Swing and a miss for strike three, and there's two away. That'll bring Keeler to the plate.
Brings up the left fielder, number 15, Kyle Kipka.
Kipka replaced Keeler. As a pinch runner, so now he's in. And the pitch gets away. So the runner advances. Pitch outside, 2-0 the count. Swing and a miss. 2-1 with 2 outs, runner on third. Hit to the second baseman. Fisher is there. He'll throw to first for out number 3. And Hanska gets out of the jam, giving up just 1 run. We'll head to the 7th. It's now a 3-run game. Hanska leading Foley 7-3.
For Foley in the bottom of the 6th. Could use some work over there. Go over there and get your hot eats and cool beverages. And don't forget to stop down at the merchandise tent as well. Leading off the top of the 7th for Hanska, the center fielder, number 24, Eric Portner.
Portner 1 for 3 with a run scored. Welcome back to Springfield Class C State Tournament here on PrepSpotlight.tv. Strike 1. Fouled off for a strike, 0-2 now. JT Heron from Luxembourg, a draftee, pitching for Foley. Got himself a couple strikeouts, 4 of them, I believe. That one in the dirt.
Sir, you raising your hand for me? It was like this.
That one down low as well.
Let's do it together. Sure? Then stop, or is that yes? Safe!
2-2 the count. Just off the outside corner. 3-2 the count.
Hey, you need a wild claw!
Fouled straight back. And strike 3 called. Portner wanted to trot down to first base on a free pass, but instead he's rung up on the payoff pitch, and now Knowles comes to the plate with one away. He's got 2 runs scored. He was hit by a pitch back in the 5th. And he'll swing and foul back, strike 1. This one grounded to the left side and past Biskins for a hit. And so the current Gopher is now 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored.
Number 99, the designated hitter, Zach Fisher.
Fisher to the plate. He's 2 for 3 as well with a run scored. He was stranded on second back in the 5th. And now meeting at the mound. So the meeting adjourns. 1 away with a runner on second. Fouled off for a strike. Knowles is on second. This one hit down the first baseline, but foul. Now 0-2 to Fisher. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And there's now 2 away, 2 more strikeouts here in this inning already for Heron. This is Chris Knowles coming to the plate.
Number 7, Chris Knowles.
He's had himself a night, a 3-run home run. And an RBI single. Oh, excuse me. Yes, an RBI single. And this one foul. Pitch outside. Gabe Knowles on second, Chris at the plate with a 1-1 count, 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Chopper to the second baseman. Logering throws, and it's in time for out number 3. And the Lakers are out of the jam. Excuse me, the Lumberjacks are out of the jam. Take me out of the ball game. We head to the bottom of the 5th. It's the 7th inning stretch with Hanska leading 7-4.
And 1 left on base. Going to the
Ladies and gentlemen, he who breaks the rules goes back to the house of pain.
Now pitching for Hanska, draftee from Leavenworth, number 9, Jevin Rickard.
So new pitcher in for
Leading off
Hanska,
the bottom
Jevin
of the
Rickard.
7th for the Lumberjacks, the center fielder, number 12, Joe Zwicky.
And Zwicky at the plate. For Foley. Zwicky reached on a single back in the 5th inning, but was stranded at 3rd. He looks at 2 straight strikes. This one hit to the gap and right, and it will land for a single. So Zwicky with 2 straight hits. And we're back to the top of the order, and
Top of the
Winkelmann.
order, right fielder, number 11, Noah Winkelmann.
Winkelmann homered back in the 3rd. High pop up. Back is Fisher, the second baseman, the center fielder. Oh, it's going to land! Portner was in, but he couldn't get there in time. And runners on first and second with nobody out here in the 7th for Foley. That was a high single.
Shortstop, number 4, Drew Byer.
Drew Byer shows bunt, bounces it off the plate, and foul. The 0-1 pitch from Rickert. Byer bunts it down the third baseline. Beautifully placed, but no play. A bunt single for Byer.
Bunt single by Byer brings up the first baseman, number 24, Mitch Keeler.
And Keeler comes to the plate with the bases loaded and nobody out. Bounces foul. A dribbler, if you will. Swing and a miss for strike two. Rickert in a jam as he's come into relief here in the seventh. 3 straight singles and the bases are loaded. A severe storm passing by just to our north. Swing and a miss, strike three. And now Midas to the plate.
Brings up the designated hitter, number 5, Tyler Midas.
He doubled and scored a run in the 6th. Now he's at the plate with the bases loaded and 1 out. Takes ball 1. A pitch low for a ball. Swing and a miss, strike one. It's 2-1 to Midas. Takes low for a ball, 3-1. One away, base is loaded, strike, and the count is full. Rickert delivers, driven to center. Portner tracking in, it's shallow. The runner tags. There's going to be no play as he slides in safely. Zawicki makes it a 2-run game on the RBI and sacrifice fly to center for Midas. He had the Midas touch there,
Midas
did just what he needed.
Catcher, number 10, Ian Vonwald.
Ian Vonwald, the catcher, is 0 for 3. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. And it's a 2-run game. And they're going to appeal to third. Zawicki called safe. Rickert delivers a strike, 0-1. As I was saying, a severe storm from our chief meteorologist, Dave Whitman, reporting. Skirting us to the north. We can see the flashes, though. Well to the north, hit to the shortstop. Larson, underhand toss to second for out number 3 as Fisher gloves it. One run is scored as we head to the 8th. It's a 2-run game here in Springfield on PrepSpotlight.tv.
Leading off the 8th for the Lakers, number 32, the first baseman, Brady Moscendo.
To the 8th we go here in Springfield. Welcome back. Ryan Phelps on PrepSpotlight.tv. Hanska at the plate leading by 2. Oh, and that one got him. So he will get a free pass over to first. Well, not free. I guess he does wake up with a bruise tomorrow.
The second baseman, Kyle Fisher.
So Moscendon heads off. And coming in as a pinch runner, I believe, is Thordson.
Running at first base for Moscendon, number 18, Mikhail Gustafson.
Excuse me, Gustafson. Look, my apologies. We don't get a chance often to see these teams often. Glancing at the wrong roster. Hats off to the great staff here from the MBA and at the Springfield Baseball Park, delivering Mr. Whitman and I waters here in the booth. Doing everything they can to make everybody feel comfortable here in Springfield. The runner goes, and the throw is not in time. So runner on second as time is called. Still nobody out here in the top half of the 8th. Dave and I chatted before the game, as broadcasters often do, and remarked, of course, also as Minnesota broadcasters often do, what a beautiful park this is here in southern Minnesota. Back on PrepSpotlight.tv 2 years ago, we did a story about the baseball belt line that runs down highways 19 and 14 right through Springfield, through New Ulm, all the way up to my hometown of Lonsdale, Minnesota. Bunt laid down, and they moved the runner back to first. I apologize, they missed that. They called it a foul ball. Busy regaling our pregame ceremony, and I missed that they moved the runner back over to first. But now he's safe on the sacrifice bunt by Fisher. So Fredine, the catcher, is at the plate, and he'll look at strike one. One away here, top 8. Hanska at the plate, leading by 2. 7-5. Hits are 11 apiece. 2 errors for Hanska in the game. The beautiful ballparks in Minnesota, of course, not exclusive to the highways of 19 and 14, of course. Swing and a miss for strike two. It's 1-2 now to Fredine. One reason why town ball is so popular in this state, much more so than virtually all others, certainly most, is because of these beautiful cathedral-like ballparks that we have dotted all over the North Star State. As a swing and a miss for Fredine, and strike three. 2 away now here in the top of the 8th, and this will bring Wilford to the plate. One and 0 the count to Wilford. Strike one. Now 1-1 with 2 outs and a runner on second. After Moscendon was hit by a pitch. And replaced by a pinch runner. That pitch low. Two and one. Breaking ball high. The 3-1 pitch fouled off over the grandstand and out of play. So the count is full with 2 outs here in the top of the 8th and a runner on second. Driven right to the second baseman into the gut of Logering. Throws over to first for out number 3. And the Lakers are down here in the 8th. They lead by 2 as we head to the bottom half of the inning. The Foley Lumberjacks are coming to the plate.
And 1 left on base. Into the conveniently located receptacles. Thank you.
Back here in Springfield, Minnesota. Ryan Phelps on the mic, Dave Whitman on the camera. 7-5, Hanska leading Foley. Foley coming to the plate, down a pair. Here with just 6 outs remaining for the home team. Hanska located just south of New Ulm, about 30 miles from here. All of the players on the roster went to either New Ulm High School or New Ulm Cathedral.
Leading off the bottom of the 8th for the Lumberjacks, the second baseman, number 23, Mitch Logring.
Everyone on the Foley roster went to Foley High School except for 2, Mitch Logering and Brandon Biskins, Big Lake and Becker, respectively. Rickert back on the mound. A drafty from Luxembourg. From Leavenworth. Drove by Leavenworth on our way over here today. The clock on the bank in town read 95 degrees when I got here at 6 o'clock today. It quickly cooled to 82 when the first pitch was thrown at 7:29. We're now here in the 8th inning, bottom half of the 8th. It is 18 minutes after 9 o'clock. And the temperature outside, still 82 degrees. Feels like it's cooled considerably. Nope, now it's refreshed. 75 degrees now, and they're showing rain on the screen as Mr. Whitman has reported from his meteorology desk. There are raindrops on the roof of the concession stand, so it is at least sprinkling out there a little bit. 2-2 the count to Logering, the second baseman who made the last out defensively as he hits to the second baseman. Scoop by Fisher to throw to first for out number one as Thorson squeezes.
Number 19, third baseman, Brandon Biskins.
Brandon Biskins is 0 for 3. One thing we notice is we call a lot of high school games here on Prep Spotlight, and we just got done with the senior salute with some of the top baseball players in the state. How much harder even these town ball players who are just a little bit older hit the ball. They're using wooden bats. Although we do have a few high schoolers out there and on the roster. I've mentioned them a few times. Rickert winds and fires the comebacker right into his glove, and the underhand toss for out number 2. And Kipka back to the plate. He came in as a pinch runner.
And hitting, number 2, Sam
Nope, they're going
Keeler.
to put Keeler back in. My apologies. Kipka replaced Keeler. Now Keeler back into the lineup. Misses outside for a ball. We're sitting in the stands here, as you can notice a lot of chatter. We also have a very vocal beer vendor who's doing a fantastic job. I think working on largely on tips or a commission of sales. Probably commission. And I think he's making some good money tonight here in the stands, entertaining the crowd. This one to second as well. Running to his left, fielding is Fisher, but the throw is off the mark. Rounding second, rounding first and heading for second is Keeler. And that will be marked an error. E4. And Keeler is in scoring position with 2 outs as Zwicky comes to the plate.
Number 12, the center fielder, Joe Zwicky.
Zwicky has reached base safely all 3 times tonight and has scored 2 runs. He reached on an error back in the 3rd. He singled and was stranded at 3rd in the 5th, and then singled and scored a run back in the 7th. Here in the 8th, he's got a runner on second with 2 out, and now trails in the count 0-1. Jevin Rickert on the mound for Hanska, kicks and fires. Sends it by Zwicky for a strike, 0-2. 2 down here, bottom 8 in a 2-run game. First round of action in the Class C state tournament here in Springfield. Driven to the shortstop, fielded by Larson, and a throw off the mark, and that's going to score a run. It's now a 1-run game as the ball hopped over the fence. Keeler touches home plate. 2 errors in the inning, and Foley is within 1, and a runner on second. That'll be an E6. 4 errors for Hanska. They still lead by a run, but defensively have put themselves in a bit of a pickle here in the 8th. There you look at Chris Koob, the manager for Hanska, 2006 grad of New Ulm High School. He's been with this squad since 2004.
Brings up the right fielder, number 11, Noah Winkelmann.
Back to the top of the order for Winkelmann. Winkelmann's 4 for 4 in this game from the leadoff spot, including a home run. Now he's got a chance to tie the game. He represents the go-ahead run. Big lightning strike over to our left. That storm looks like it's heading east, which should stay off the ballpark. We'll keep our fingers crossed it does. 1-0 the count from Rickert to Winkelmann. Swing and a miss, strike one, 1-1. Zwicky on second base represents the game tying run. The pitch misses. Thunder rumbling behind us. That pitch is in there for a strike. Two and two the count, 2 outs, runner on second. It's a 1-run game. Bounced foul. Two and two the count again from Rickert to Winkelmann. Fouled off. Count remains 2 and 2. Rickert from the stretch, kicks and fires. Low, full count. First base is open with Zwicky on second. 2 outs for the Lumberjacks here in the 8th. They trail by a run. And strike 3 called. Rickert pitches out of the jam. Keeps it a 1-run game as we head to the 9th here in Springfield on PrepSpotlight.tv.
Leading off the 9th.
We're in the 9th inning.
Kevin Larson.
Kevin Larson comes to the plate for Hanska. They lead by 1, 7-6. Kevin, the leadoff hitter for the Lakers. Ryan Phelps here in Springfield for the state tournament on PrepSpotlight.tv. A 3-weekend event that will culminate with a championship game here on Labor Day. I believe that's a 1:30 start. I'm fortunate enough to have the call for you. 1 o'clock start on Monday, September 7th here in Springfield. 0-1 the count from Heron. Right up the middle, past Heron, fielded by the second baseman Logering, but he cannot make the play, and the leadoff single for Larson. And Portner comes to the plate. He's 1 for 4 with 2 strikeouts.
Center fielder, number 24, Eric Portner.
A single to left back in the third and a run scored for Portner. Bunt shown and it hit him right in the helmet. Looks like he's all right. That's a painful strike.
Ice, come here! Ice it down! Just ice it down! Come here!
It's an 0-1 count. Nobody out. Runner on first for Hanska. There you're looking at the beer man. Stunt Monkey is the name on the back of his Moondogs jersey. The bunt laid down. No play at second. Portner is retired at first by Heron for out number 1. The sacrifice does move the runner. That's Larson over to second.
By Portner brings up the right fielder, number 10, Gabe Knowles.
So Gabe Knowles. And they're just going to intentionally walk him. And so now Fisher, the designated hitter, comes to the plate.
Number 99, Zach Fisher.
1 out, top 9, 1-run game. Hanska with the lead, and they're at the plate. Fouled back. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Heron. Tight. JT Heron, a draftee from Luxembourg. He's from Luxembourg. Rickert from Leavenworth. This one a high pop up behind Logering. Winkelmann, the right fielder, is in, but struggling, but making the catch is Logering, and he'll put it away for out number 2. The runners stay at first and second, and that'll bring Chris Knowles.
Number 7, third baseman, Chris Knowles.
Next to Foley's Winkelmann, the hottest hitter of the game. He had a 3-run homer back in the third. He's 2 for 4. A pitch outside. One and 0 the count from Heron to Knowles. Gabe Knowles bats left. Chris bats right. A pitch outside for ball 2. Pitch popped up. Heron, the pitcher, calling for it, and he'll squeeze that one for out number 3. The Lumberjacks out of the jam here in the 9th, but they head to the final inning, down by a run. Let's see what they do next here on PrepSpotlight.tv.
For Hanska in the 9th, no runs on 1 hit.
We've seen a great baseball game here in Springfield so far between Hanska
and
and
for the
Foley.
Lumberjacks, the shortstop, number 4, Drew Byer.
Drew Byer comes to the plate here in the bottom of the 9th. One last chance for Foley as they trail by a run here in Springfield. He shows bunt, pulls it back. Hit a bunt single back in the 7th. That pitch catches the outside corner for a strike 1 and 2. Hit to the second baseman, Fisher. He fields and throws to first for out number 1. Keeler to the plate.
Number 44, Rich Rasmussen.
Rasmussen, a pinch hitter. Rich Rasmussen pinch hitting for Keeler, who was 0 for 4, and not only that, he had a strikeout and hit into 2 double plays. Rickard Dealing on loan from Leavenworth to Hanska. Strike 1. Rickard kicks and fires. That one low, 1 and 1. Outside, 2 and 1. Three and 1. As that pitch was in the dirt, scooped up nicely by Fredine. This one driven foul. Lightning flash over the center field fence. We have just 2 outs left in this game. As Rickard kicks and fires. This one driven to right field. The second baseman back, and he can't make the play. The tying run is at first. And Midas to the plate. He had a sac fly back in the 7th.
Pinch runner at first base, number 34, Wyatt Zwicky.
So Zwicky,
Now
Wyatt
batting, number
Zwicky,
5,
a pinch
the
runner.
designated hitter, Tyler Midas.
One out here in the bottom of the 9th. Driven to the gap in left center field. This one lands. Zwicky rounds third. And they're going to wave him home. The relay throw to the plate is not in time. And Foley has tied the game. An RBI double for Midas. Definitely had the Midas touch on that one as he ties the game for the Lumberjacks here in the bottom half of the 9th inning. And they'll head off for a pinch runner.
Pinch runner at second base, number 22,
Looks like Foss. Alex Foss is the pinch runner.
And an intentional walk to Ian Von Wald.
So Von
The
Wald
catcher
walked.
brings up the second baseman, number 23, Mitch Logreen.
So Mitch Logering, with 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th, can play the role of hero. The game-winning run, standing on second base. is Alex Foss. Driven into the first baseman's glove, doubled up on second, and we head to extra innings. Unbelievable. 7-7 is the score. Back with more in a moment. We're getting word that we might have a delay here due to lightning. Back here in Springfield, getting ready for the 10th inning. The umpires are discussing it right now. So we'll have extra baseball. It's a matter of whether it's right away or after a delay. The good news is the storm is past us and going away. The bad news is there's lightning strikes here around town. But I think now the umpires have left the immediate playing field. We'll keep the sound on the microphone up for you folks and keep it here. We'll see what happens.
Looks like we're going to have a little delay here. There comes the rain.
Yeah, we can hear the rain now on
Take
top
cover.
of the grandstand.
We'll tarp it up, hang out for a little
So
bit.
I'll
We'll
step
get
away,
some,
but we'll leave the
bonus
ambiance
baseball,
going.
Little extra innings. Stick around. It's the perfect time to keep them busy in the concession stand. Swing over, grab something to eat, something to drink. We got more baseball coming up yet. Thank you for picking up your trash and putting it into the receptacles. We appreciate it. Keeping Riverside Park beautiful.
So they had single, double that scored the run. So Foss, the pink runner, was on second. That was a previous. Yeah.
Here in Springfield, we're getting set for 10th inning action. We're on a weather delay, tied at 7 as Foley, in their last at bat, tied the game. And then the lightning strike. So that delayed us a half hour. Now they're taking off the field covering here, but the umpires have yet to return. So we'll just pause, let you know when the game's going to get started up again. Ryan Phelps here in Springfield, Minnesota. You're watching the Class C State Baseball Tournament on PrepSpotlight.tv.
We played in a tournament like the Suns hockey team this week and hit him. Yeah, we were hitting for a hockey tournament. Get to the rink, get out in the locker room, there, basically. Walk up the stairs, shoot the rink, the ice. So I got 11 year-olds. I'm trying to entertain some 3 hours. So I took him for a walk around the store here in Mario Arena, looking at pictures. Some Nicolettis are getting the tail, right?
The umpires have emerged, and we are just about ready to play baseball. Bonus baseball here on PrepSpotlight.tv. Ryan Phelps here, pleased to have you with us on what was a glorious Friday night turned stormy. Although we avoided the brunt of it, it skirted us a bit, but the lightning was close enough that they had to call it. And fortunately for Foley, they tied the game in the bottom of the ninth. JT Heron back on the mound for Foley. He's a draftee from Luxembourg. For Hanska through 9 innings, 7 runs on 12 hits. They have committed 4 errors. For Foley, 7 runs on 13 hits, 0 errors for the Lumberjacks. And we're set to resume baseball here in Springfield. Ryan Phelps, Dave Whitman is our photographer. Andy Price, our executive producer.
Here we go, bonus baseball in the opening game. Leading off the 10th for Hanska, number 32, the first baseman, Brady Moscendon.
Moscendon started the game pitching for Hanska. Takes first pitch for a ball. Moscendon was hit by a pitch in his most recent at-bat. He's 1 for 3 on the game. He flew out to right, hit into a 6-4-3 double play. He also singled to left. That pitch brushes the outside corner for a strike, 1-2. Oh, he drives one to right field. This one's going to land in front of Winkelmann. And a leadoff single for Moscendon. That brings Fisher back to the plate.
Up the second baseman, number 2, Kyle Fisher.
Fisher 1 for 4. He singled back in the 6th inning. He had a sacrifice back in the 8th. Tries it again here. Bounces it off the plate. It's an 0-1 count to Fisher from Heron. Showing bunt, pulls it back again. One and one the count. Nobody out here. Top 10. Bunt shown again, and he pulls it back. Bunt shown. He missed. Strike 2. It's 2-2. Swinging away at this one, strike 3. As another big lightning bolt flashes to our right. Beautiful timing on the lightning. One away here.
Pinch hitter for Hanska, number 5, Gary Wilford Jr.
Wilford Jr. to the plate. Batting for Fredine, the catcher. Runner on first, Moscendon. One out here, top 10. Driven to center field, Zawicki back underneath it, tracking, and he's got it for out number 2. So Wilford to the plate.
Brings up the left fielder, number 3, Derek Wilford.
Derek Wilford. Moscendon remains on first with 2 outs here in the top of the 10th. Tie ball game here in Springfield. Takes first pitch, strike. Wilford, the number 9 batter. Singled and scored a run back in the 3rd. He's been hitless since. 1 for 4 on the night. Bounces one to short. Byer is there, underhand toss to second, and that's out number 3. And the Lakers are down here in the 10th. The Lumberjacks coming to the plate in extra innings, tied at 7 here in Springfield on PrepSpotlight.tv.
Biskins, number 7. He's due. He's over 4.
That's Jevin Rickert pitching for Hanska. Coming in relief, he'll face the bottom of the order for Foley, Biskins, Keeler, Zawicki. Slow and steady wins the race for Foley in this one. 2 runs in the 3rd, 1 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th, 1 in the 7th, 1 in the 8th, and 1 in the 9th.
Bottom of the 10th for Foley. Number 19, the 3rd baseman, Brandon Biskins.
So the Lumberjacks have scored in 6 of the 9 innings in this game. And Biskins takes strike 1. Rickert kicks and fires. Strike 2. That pitch low and away. 1-2 the count. Nobody out here. Bottom 10. That pitch outside as well. Evens things up at 2-2. Driven up the middle to the second baseman. Fisher's there. The throw is in time. And that's out number 1.
Brings up the first baseman, number 2, Sam Keeler.
So Keeler back at the plate. Takes the first pitch in the outside corner for a strike. That one's in the dirt. That one's fouled straight back. 1-2. Rickert kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And there's 2 away. Zwicky, the number 9 hitter.
Center fielder, number 12, Joe Zwicky.
He's reached 4 consecutive times tonight, scored 2 runs, reached on an error twice, and 2 singles. So officially he's 2 for 2 with 2 runs scored. One and 1 the count. Pops one high into the air to the right side. Hustling over is Fisher. He's underneath it to make the catch for out number 3. We head to the 11th, tied at 7 here in Springfield. This is PrepSpotlight.tv.
For Hanska in the 11th, the shortstop, number 8, Kevin Larson.
Hanska batting here in the top of the 11th inning. The top of the order for Larson. He's reached safely twice. 2 for 5. With a single and a run scored in the 3rd, single and stranded in the 9th. This one's driven to left. Tracking, and it drops. Drops in front of Kipka. Zed Zawicki out there. Hard to tell. They've switched positions a few times, and we don't really get the updates unless it's a pitcher or a pinch hitter.
Number 24, Eric Portner.
So Portner comes to the plate with nobody out and a runner on first, the go-ahead run, that is. Bunt. Portner down the line. Nice play by Heron. To dive and throw out Portner. So 1 away. Larson moves to second.
Price bunt by Portner brings up number 10, the right fielder, Gabe Knowles.
And Knowles walks.
Knowles is intentionally walked to bring up the designated hitter, number 99, Zach Fisher.
Same situation we saw in the 9th inning, where the number 3 batter is walked because of the sac bunt by the number 2 hitter. So the college Division I baseball player gets a free pass and doesn't get to use his bat. Runners on first and second, 1 out. 2-0 is the count. Snap, throw down to second. It was a little high. Nice job by Byer, the shortstop, to snare that one. It's 2-0 count, 1 out. That one's inside, and that hit the bat. No, they're gonna say it hit the hand too. So now the bases are loaded for Chris Knowles, who hit a 3-run homer, as Mike Byer, the manager, comes out. You can see Fisher over at first selling it by rubbing his hand. Now umpires are going to chat.
was hit by a pitch. Brings up number 7, the third baseman, Chris Knowles.
So the call stands and a pinch runner coming in.
Running for Fisher at first base, number 34, Branson Peterson.
So Branson Peterson into the game. That pitch low and inside. Just one out here, bases loaded, and a 1-0 count to Chris Knowles. He's 2 for 5 with a 3-run home run and a single. He was swinging for the fences on that one. He put it over the fence, but it's the one behind us, and that doesn't count. 1-1 is the count with 1 out. Larson is at third. He represents the go-ahead run. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Chris Koob, the manager and third base coach, gives a signal to Knowles. He steps back into the box, down in the count 1-2. Just 1 out, the bases loaded. Extra innings here in Springfield. This one's hit just foul. Down the first baseline. Count remains 1-2. With 1 away. That pitch high. This is a no mistake situation with the pitch, catching the pitch, and any snap throws to any of the bags. Must be perfect, or a run could very well score. Larson just 90 feet away. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And there's 2 outs.
Brings up the first baseman, number 32, Brady Moscendo.
Moscendon started the game on the pitcher's mound. He's got a chance to do something big here. He was hit by a pitch earlier tonight. He'll take the first one in there for a strike. Top of the 11th. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Heron dealing for Foley. And he's up 0-2. .27 hits combined in the game for these two teams. Hanska needs one here as Moscendon ducks out of the way, leans out of the way. It's 1-2. Swing and a miss! Heron pitches out of the jam, and we're tied, heading into the bottom of the 11th. Foley with a chance to win it in extra innings when we return to Springfield here on PrepSpotlight.tv.
Lakers get no runs on 1 hit, no error. Leading off the bottom of the 11th, the right fielder, number 11, Noah Winkelmann.
We head to the bottom half of the inning. And the top of the order for Foley, Winkelmann, Byer. And we'll see now who comes to the plate in the 3 spot. It was Keeler, then it was Rasmussen, then Zwicky came in to pinch run. It's 0-1 now. Rickert on the mound once again. A draftee from Leavenworth, just up the road here from Springfield. Two and 1 the count. Driven to center field. Back is to get it under the ball in deep left center field was Portner for out number 1.
Shortstop, number 4, Drew Byer.
Drew Byer now comes to the plate. Byers reached safely 3 out of the 5 times. A walk, a single, a sacrifice, a bunt single. This one's hit to the shortstop, and it gets through Larson. Byer rounding first, but he'll hold up there with a 1-out single here in the bottom half of the 11th inning. This will be
Brings
Wyatt
up the left
Zwicky.
fielder, number 34, Wyatt Zwicky.
With Byer at first, 1 out. Byer slides back safely. Byer represents the game-winning run for Foley, but he's got a ways to go. That pitch in there for a strike. Byer slides back safely. It's an 0-1 count. 1 away here, bottom 11. Rickert on the mound, Wyatt Zwicky at the plate. Runners going, foul back on a hit and run. Good jump by Byer, but he'll have to head back. Rickert misses outside. 2-2. It says 1-2 up on the board still. And the throw back to first. Byer back in time. Runners going, pitches in the dirt, and Byer will reach safely on what likely will be a pass ball, and the 5th error in the game for Hanska. Hanska had the one big inning back in the 3rd. This one fouled off. Count is 2-2 with 1 out. We're in the bottom of the 11th. The game-winning run in scoring position. Hanska scored 6 in the 3rd, 1 in the 5th. Strike 3. So now 2 outs.
Number 5, the designated hitter,
Midas.
Tyler Midas. He's intentionally walked.
And he's walked.
Bringing up the catcher, number 10, Ian Von Wald.
So Von Wald with 2 on and 2 outs as Byer comes over. So 2 outs, runners on first and second, tie ball game. A run wins it for Foley. The catcher, Von Wald, at the plate. He's 0 for 4 and a walk. Runner going, Byer, and the pitch gets away. Byer coming home, there won't be a play, and Foley wins the game.
And that's the ball game. Foley with the win, 8-7 in 11 innings. With the win, Foley advances. They will play Sunday in Milroy. 2 o'clock. Sunday, August 30th.
That's
not
next,
2 days.
right?
Sunday.
Next Thursday
Sunday,
against
August
New Prague.
30th, 2 o'clock in Milroy against New Prague. Congratulations to both teams. Congratulations, Hanska, on a nice season and making the state tournament.
So Byer scores a game-winning run here in Springfield in our debut game in the Class C State Championship Tournament. Town ball at its finest with Foley defeating Hanska. We'll take a short break. We'll come back and wrap it up for you in just a moment here on PrepSpotlight.tv. Back here in Springfield, an 8-7 win for Foley over Hanska in an 11-inning thriller to get us going for the 2020 State Class C baseball tournament here in Springfield. There's also action going on in Milroy. Foley advances to face New Prague. New Prague at a first-round bye. So they will meet in Milroy at 2 o'clock on August 30th. Next week, August 30th. That'll be a 2 o'clock start. We'll have it for you, of course, right here on PrepSpotlight.tv. We've got ourselves a full slate tomorrow as well. 4 games. I believe the start times are 11, 2, 5, and 8. I've got the 5 and 8 o'clock games, so I'll see you back here again tomorrow evening. It's been a beautiful night, a beautiful ballpark, great crowd on hand, and 2 fantastic baseball teams. Congratulations to Hanska on a wonderful season, and to Foley as they advance to round 2 of the Class C State Tournament. Once again, 8-7, the final score. Foley victorious over Hanska. For my photographer Dave Whitman and executive producer Andy Price, my name is Ryan Phelps saying thanks for joining us, folks. Have a great night and so long from Springfield, Minnesota.
The 2020 Class C Minnesota Amateur Baseball Tournament is brought to you in partnership with the Minnesota Baseball Association and presented to you by Xfinity. Xfinity X1 is the hub for all things sports with the Xfinity Sports Zone. And Wings Financial. We're for people like you.